She swore I pulled her from the water, but I was the one who drowned that night, or at least, I was supposed to. They say you remember the moment before you die, the cold, the silence, the light, everything slowing like it's slipping through your fingers. But I remember something else, her eyes. It was late October in Windermere, the lake smooth as glass under a darkening sky, when I waded into the freezing water to save a girl I thought was drowning. Her arms flailed, her mouth barely above water, and before I could think, I was in. The cold punched my lungs, my boots dragged, but I reached her. I pulled her to shore, collapsed beside her, coughing up lake water. But when I looked again, she wasn't there, just ripples. And from the trees behind me, a girl stood dripping, wet, pale, barefoot, eyes wide, and said, "You saved me." I tried to explain, but something felt wrong. I hadn't told anyone I was going there. I'd just driven up from Manchester to clear my head. A break from the wreckage of my life, the failed engagement, the career stalled, the letters from my mum's hospice. And yet, there she was. "Evie," she said, offering a hand. That name stabbed something deep. My childhood imaginary friend was named Evie, but this was real. She was real. And over the next few days, we became inseparable. We stayed in the same B&B, walked the lake, talked about everything, literature, ghosts, regrets. I told her about Isla, my ex, and how she left me after I froze the day we were supposed to move in together. "You're always disappearing," she'd said, but Evie, she saw me, not the man I pretended to be, the one hiding beneath. One evening, by the lakeside, Evie took my hand and whispered, "Do you ever feel like you're living someone else's life?" Her words lingered. In the mist, that night, I dreamed of drowning, but not as me, as her. I woke coughing, wet, like I'd swallowed the lake again. The next day, the B&B owner said no one had checked in with me, that I'd been alone. I showed her a photo of Evie on my phone, but it was blank, just fog and trees. I drove to the village archive, desperate for answers. That's when I found the newspaper clipping. October 31st, 2003. Girl, 12, drowns, saving friend in Windermere. Evangeline Hartley hailed as hero. I dropped the page. That was my age, my birthday. The photo was grainy, but I recognized the girl in the lake. It was me, but the article said Evie drowned, saving someone named Theo. That's my name. The air vanished from my lungs. I drove back to the lake in a daze. She was waiting on the jetty. "You remember now," she said. I stammered, shaking. You died." She stepped forward, barefoot, no footprints behind her. "I was never meant to live," she said. "But that day, I gave you my breath." My mind reeled. I fell to my knees. She knelt too. We switched places. I drowned in your body. You lived in mine. You've always felt lost because you're not meant to be here. I wept. She held me, and I asked, "Then why are you here now?" She smiled, a tear slipping down her translucent cheek. "Because it's time." That night, I stood at the lake's edge, the moon high. She waded in backward, arms out. "Come find me," she whispered. I stepped forward. The water was warm this time, familiar. As I reached her, she took my face in her hands and kissed me, and everything spun. I woke in the hospital, gasping, soaked. The nurses said I was pulled from the lake by a hiker, but no one saw Evie. No one ever did. That was a year ago. I live in London now. I still visit Windermere, every October. Sometimes, in the mist, I hear her voice. And once, in a cafe mirror, I saw her reflection where mine should have been. I don't know what I am anymore. Only that love, even across life and death, leaves marks we can't erase. She said I saved her. But maybe, just maybe, she saved me.